Hi everyone, welcome to Ami Tarot, and thank you again for supporting me here on this platform, here on Patreon. So this is going to be your self-affirmation reading, and in this video today, from whenever you are watching this throughout the course of the week, this is going to be a message about anything that can boost you up this week, anything that will boost your confidence, your self-love, self-respect, self-dignity, anything that you just need to affirm to yourself so that you can make it through the week and that you can be a step closer toward your goals and whatever that will bring you fulfillment in your life. Okay, so this is going to be like an uplifting reading. Okay, so self-affirmation, again, just like I have done with the other readings, if you watched those before this one, you can either choose a number between 1, 2, or 3, or you can choose any of the options based on the astral dice that I'm gonna throw, or if you have a significant placement that comes out from these astral dice that's the same as the ones in your natal placement, that means that this message can be very, very significant to you from whenever you decide to tune in. Okay, so these are going to be any other personal messages that you need to know that is going to go along with the collective self-affirmation reading. Okay, so either you can choose a number right now, 1, 2, 3, or all right, so option number 1, you'll be Uranus. Option number 2, you will literally be a number 2. Or if you have Uranus in the second house, this message can especially resonate for you. It can really boost you up somehow. And then option number 3, you will be Scorpio. Or if you have Scorpio in the second house, or if you have Scorpio as your Uranus placement, this message could especially be for you. Okay, but option number 1 is Uranus, option number 2 is the second house, and option number 3 is Scorpio. Okay, so those are going to be your options for the personal messages for you at the end, so make sure that you stay tuned. All right, so let's see, we are going to go ahead and use this deck here, the self-affirmation deck. Let's see, what is it that the collective need to affirm to themselves this week? Again, from whenever they decide to tune in, because these messages are timeless. All right, let's see. What is the collective affirmation this week? All right, collective, you are being asked to affirm to yourself that you are brave. You can do it. I feel like this is something that you have done before for some of you, and then for others of you, this is something brand new. It's like something that you've always dreamt about doing. So be brave and just do it, or do it again. Do it better this time, or do it like how you wanted to do it, or how you imagine yourself to do it. Imagine yourself to be a success even if you feel like you'll fail. Just be brave. Just do it. Be like Nike, my favorite clothing brand when it comes to athletic wear. Be brave. Just do it. Okay, what's at the bottom? You are strong. Be brave, because this is going to help you realize the strength that you always had. Yes. So be brave enough to make mistakes and to realize that even when you make mistakes, you are becoming stronger, because you realize what is wrong, what is incorrect, what is the wrong direction. You are strengthening your wisdom, your knowledge. So don't be afraid of failure, disappointments, mistakes, wrong turns. Be strong enough to make the right turn, to try again, or to try for the first time, and to not let fear paralyze you in stillness. Be brave enough to get moving. Let yourself reveal the strength that you always carried. All right. There was a word that came to mind too when I was tapping into your energy. There was actually a few words. What were they? Oh, so yeah, there was a message, collective. So the first word was mischievous, and I got that word when I picked up this deck here. This is the evil villains deck, you know, the Disney deck with all the evil villains in it. So I was getting mischievous, but because this is a self-affirmation reading and this is meant to uplift you, don't be afraid to be a little bit mischievous, because the next word that came to mind was dismantle. So I feel like whatever this mischievous energy is that I'm sensing is meant to dismantle something that's supposed to get out the way, is in the way. So I feel like you have to be brave enough to be mischievous in some way, to realize the strength that you have to get rid of something that is standing in your way. Does that make sense? And the good news that I also got from that was the next message was halfway there. You're already halfway there. You already started, maybe. You're already halfway there, so keep going. Get this out the way. So let's go ahead and get started with these pre-messages then. I mean, with the actual messages. Those were the pre-messages. So let's see. What is this message of self-affirmation, of bravery and strength for the collective this week from whenever they decide to tune in? We have the Nine of Swords. Yeah, I definitely see some of you very, very anxious, nervous, stressed out about what you feel called to do. Yeah, some of you feel called to do something. You feel called to say something, to share your honest thoughts about something or someone. That's where you're being asked to be brave. You're anticipating what's to come, what's to happen next. And whatever it is you have to say, it may not make another person feel good. Okay. Is this one or two cards? This is one. Two cards. Okay. So we have the Four of Cups in reverse. And then we have the Sun. Nice. I like that this is the card that ends out the reading. This is a very, very good energy. I like it. Because that Sun card says if you are brave enough to say what is truly on your mind, only good things can come from this. You'll feel better. You'll feel brighter. You'll feel healthier. You'll definitely be happier. I feel like an epiphany is going to come to you. A sudden realization is going to hit you. And when it does, it's going to feel like the warmth of the sun. But you got to get through the cloud first of this dark thought that I feel like you have to express. This opinion that may be different from another person, that may trigger a reaction out of another. Trigger them or trigger yourself even, because it's going to be worth it in the end with that Sun card. And with that Four of Cups being in reverse in the middle, this is saying, you know, you inwardly feel the need to express this. You know that this is going to make situations better. You know that this is going to make you feel lighter, understood. You understand. Now you have to share it in order for it to process, for it to sink in. Get it out. I feel like it's like an exhale. Get it out. Just get it out. Be brave. Be strong. You already are, so just do it. Just do it. Okay, so let me meditate further on these cards. Let me pull out my notes. If you don't know already, I'll get my notes that I've collected over the years that I made myself that goes deep into each specific card, because I want you to get all the clarity, all the insights that you all want. So let me go ahead and meditate further on this and with my notes, and I'm going to come back and clarify each card one by one. All right, collective. So I am actually feeling called to clarify each card with the Astro Advice deck here. This is one of my favorite decks to use. You'll see this in a lot of readings coming up. All right, so starting off again with the Nine of Swords, all these swords bunched up together. I feel like you have a lot of words that are just mashing together because there's so much you want to say that you've been holding back. So take your time, speak slowly, get it all out. one by one, enunciate, something I need to do a better job at sometimes with my grammar and accent. Kentucky, y'all. Got a little bit of Kentucky in my blood. But anyway, Nine of Swords here. This is definitely saying that you got a lot on your mind because you're unable to focus on something right now. There is something that has got you all disoriented in the mind. There is something that you are feeling called to be brave to do or to say, and yet when you think about it, you just like all your thoughts just collide. Like I said, like these swords here. And it's because you're afraid. It's okay to be scared, but that don't mean that should stop you from saying what you got to say or doing what you got to do, especially if it's the best thing for you. Sometimes the greatest things for us scare us the most. Okay, so let's see. What is this Nine of Swords here for the collective? Whatever this is that you're keeping quiet about, that you're being asked to share and express and no longer keep to yourself, is something that don't make you feel good. It's like you can't keep this pain and this distress to yourself. Okay? Think with your head, not your heart. That's what you've been doing. You've been too logical about the situation. Said at 11:11 on the clock. You've been too logical about the situation. You've been reasoning this too much. You just need to just be brave with your whole heart. Again, I'm tapping into Leo energy here. So, and I mean, hey, yeah, we do got the sun on the board. So some of you all could be dealing with the Leo, or your Leo placement could be significant. Especially if you are dealing with, or you yourself is a Scorpio, or your Leo is in the second house, or if you have Leo as your Uranus placement. I think I was picking up Leo energy in another reading too. But whatever this is that you're being asked to be brave with, is something that you just have to do with your whole heart. Meaning, like, it's just something that you just have to just feel your way through. You can't think through this. You just got to do it. Again, just do it. Don't think about it. Just do it. Do it with your whole heart. Because it says not with your heart, but I feel like that's the problem. You're not allowing yourself to feel your emotions. Nine of Swords represents so much mental distress that it causes you emotional pain. Emotional pain that I feel like you're being brave to break through. Okay, so there's something that you just can't get off your mind. It's because you're meant to speak it out. Let's move on. Four of Cups here in reverse. So the Four of Cups usually is a detached energy to where you really are disengaged and separate from other people and even from your own emotions. But the good thing is this is in reverse. You are realizing how strong your emotions are becoming to ignore, or your thoughts, how strong they are, how reoccurring they are, to the point it's hard to ignore now. You can't become detached from this. You have to recognize this. You have to look at this. And it is okay. This is meant to empower you, not to scare you, not to paralyze you in fear. But it's meant to wake you up enough to move, to do something about it, to finally say it, get it off your chest. Get it out your mind, and maybe even on paper. Maybe some of you need to send someone a message, a letter, text message, phone call, email, DM, something. Some of y'all just need to be encouraged enough to just say it. I don't think I could stress that message enough. Because this is something that's finally going to make you happier. It's going to feel like you finally overcame an emotional barrier of some kind. All right, let's see. What is this Four of Cups here in reverse? What is this Four of Cups here in reverse for the collective? I feel like it's this one. Find your peace of mind. Exactly. This is exactly what this is going to help you do. And you can just get it off your chest. It's going to give you a peace of mind. Okay, let's see what's at the bottom. Yeah, see, avoid overthinking. That's literally what this is. Avoid overthinking, collective. Just get it out. Find your peace of mind by just speaking your mind, sharing what's on it. I bet you feel better. I bet you feel better. Maybe not right away sometimes. You feel like you got to choose wisely. No, just choose. Just say it. Just get it out. Don't overthink it. Don't think about what will happen, what will be the repercussions of it. Just get it out your head. You know? Because this is what's next. Sun energy. All right, so let's talk about it. Sun energy is that energy to where you feel wholesome. This is where you finally feel like you're in good well-being. Okay, this is where you feel like you stood by what was right for you and now you are reaping the rewards from it. Okay, you listen to your heart. You listen to your spirit. You listen to what made you feel good. Some of you, your physical body, your head is actually going to feel better once you get this out. Once you do what you feel guided to do, you're physically going to feel energized, revitalized. Your energy is going to shoot through the roof suddenly. And it's because you're finally going to be in a place of peace, joy. You're going to feel like you did the right thing. You're going to feel like you are being true to yourself, being honest, living authentically. That's choosing wisely, being authentic. Okay, so let's see. What is this sun energy saying for the collective? You're being told to honor your self-worth, collective. Honor your self-worth. Honor your ability to get your point across. It's a certain way that you communicate that when you finally say something, it hits home to the other person. Like it makes the other person pay attention. So make people pay attention, because that's exactly what the sun energy does. The sun makes people pay attention because either by heat or light. It gets people to notice it. And I feel like you have that ability. So don't be afraid to step into your communicative skills and abilities, collective. I feel like you can break the mold with your words. Yeah, see that? Look, be a leader, not a follower. Don't be sheep-minded. Okay. I don't know what these other two cards were. They're face down, but I'll go ahead and share them and put them back. You got, yeah, look at that. I'm talking about using your communicative abilities. That could be a spiritual gift. Your ability to communicate. So some of you could be good with words, writing, communication, even musical, lyrical talents, poetry, literature arts, anything of that nature. Some of you could be very, very talented in this area. And then the other one, explore all options, don't settle. You can have more. You can have better. Speak up. Closed mouths don't get fed. Okay? Overall affirmation for everyone. Be excited for the changes to come, but you have to be willing to speak these changes into existence, collective. Okay? So overall advice. Wow, you got this message again. It was at the top and now it's at the bottom of the deck. Be a leader, not a follower. Okay? So in regards to your own personal messages, you are going to get, let's see what deck I want to use. I'm looking. I got cards in there too. I think I'm going to go ahead and use this one. No? Which one, y'all? Okay, yeah, this one. We are going to use the Enchanted Map Oracle, one of my original decks that I started out with. One of my favorite decks too. Okay. So I'm just going to shuffle these. Again, you know your options. Option number 1, you were the Uranus symbol. or planet. And then option number 2, you were the second house. And then option number 3, you were the zodiac sign of Scorpio. So either you can have these specific placements in your chart, or you need to pay particular attention to these areas in your chart, or these could just simply be your indicators for which option to choose, for which personal message is yours. So let's go ahead and get it. 1, 2, 3. All right, I like the rhythm. All right. So option number 1, you chose education, but it's in reverse. So let's see what your message is. That's number 35. So that number can be significant for you. All right. It says, life is filled with lessons, be teachable. In reverse. Stubbornness and the desire to know it all and be right no matter what would not get you what you want. Or could it be that you're afraid to be seen as someone who knows less than what you're supposed to? Could you be flying through life by the seat of your pants, hoping no one would notice you're skimming through the surface of things? Life is filled with lessons, some bitter, some sweet. A strident lust for certainty will never bring you the wisdom you seek. Pretending to know more than you do won't make you wise. Be assured that not knowing is a magical place to be. All manner of mysteries are revealed. Be open. It's okay not to know. Okay, option number 1. And then for option number 2, you got making a choice in its upright position. And it says, you're required to come to a decision now. You're faced with a dilemma or a fork in the road and must make a conscious choice regarding the next right decision or action. Whatever that choice is, you must take responsibility for it, yet you needn't be afraid. You may not have all the answers right now, because the way ahead can't be known until you embarked and traveled a few steps ahead. Trust your intuition. Ask for a sign from spirit and you will be led to the right path. If you remain conscious and aware, your choice will be the right one at this time. Life is always about learning. Success lies in choosing consciously, guided by intuition and spirit. Oh, and right when I look back up at the clock, it was 2220. So some of you may want to look at that number, option number 2. Okay. And then let's see, for those of you who chose option number 3, you got heal the ouch. Okay. So let's see, this is number 38. That number can be significant for you. All right, it says forgiveness is the healer of the soul. This is a time for great soothing of the heart, body, and soul and mind, as this card indicates that healing will be prevailing in your life now. If you feel drawn to study the healing arts, you will be successful in developing your natural capacity to restore others to wellness. However, the message may be that you're being called to change your behaviors in order to heal the earth, or just your lifestyle in general. Perhaps you'll switch to a cruelty-free diet, eating less meat, or perhaps you'll pay attention to how much water or electricity you use, meaning being resourceful. You're asked to be conscious of your footprint on the sacred earth and all of life and to commit to the healing path. The Heal the Ouch card may also be an indicator of old wounds and broken bonds being mended. Reconciliations are possible now. Let bygones be bygones. All right. So collective, that does conclude your self-affirmation reading. I really hope that helped you all and that it will resonate with you over the course of the week. If and when it does, feel free to come back and leave your comments down below, because I, the reader, enjoy reading your stories and your comments if you're ever so willing to share them. And remember, if you still want a personal reading from me, even after all of the content that you get here on Patreon, make sure that you use that one post that will have all of the links with the discounted prices of my services, because I just want to show that I appreciate all of you for supporting me. So of course you'll be able to get a discounted price off the services if you still want to book with me and get your own personal situations read. All right, so that has been it. Make sure that you check out the other content on the platform. Make sure that you come back on YouTube and on my website for more self-reflections and your extendeds. And I am here if you want to book with me. So until next time, bye.